Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my Magical Readathon TBR. If you don't know what the Magical Readathon is, it is a challenge hosted by G over at Book Roast. She put together this really amazing book where you get to pick a Harry Potter career to participate in, and then you are going to do challenges towards that career as your owls in school. So I have 5 challenges to accomplish in order to become a Potioneer, which is the career that I picked. So let's get into the books that I have to read. The first test that I have to pass for my owls in order to become a Potioneer is arithmancy, and the challenge for that is read a book with 2 authors. So the book that I picked is Dry by Neil and Jared Shesterman. I have read a lot of Neil's books. I think he's a really great author. The worlds that he creates and the storylines are always so interesting and unique. So I actually don't know anything about this book, but I'm interested to dive into another one of his creations and see what he has in store. My second test is for Care of Magical Creatures, which is to read a book with a land mammal on the cover. I would say that birds are technically land mammals. I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to be reading The Empress by S.J. Kincaid. I read Diabolic, it's this white one right here, in January, and it was so amazing. It was a little slow in the beginning and I was kind of confused on where the storyline was going, but in the end it was just a really great story, and I'm excited to see where we go with Nemesis and Tyrus. The third challenge is for Charms, and I have to read an adult book, an adult fiction book. So I picked A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. She is a really great YA author, and I've read quite a few of her books. I just think that she's an incredible author, so I'm excited to delve into this and see how different it is from her YA fantasy, and if maybe I prefer her as an author for adult. But I've heard really, really great things for this series, and I've been wanting to read it, and I'm kind of glad that I haven't, because I really don't like adult fiction or fantasy. I have some series, but they're like really rare, so I'm glad that I got to pick a book from an author that I already love, who I know creates amazing worlds and characters and is just great. So my fourth test will be in herbology, and that's to read a book with a plant on the cover, and I picked Onyx and Ivory. There's a really big tree. I think this cover is gorgeous. Just the whole book itself is so pretty, and again, I don't really know much about this book. It was a cover buy when I was at Barnes & Noble. It's by Mindy Arnett. And it looks like it's about an assassin just from reading like the first 2 sentences in the dust jacket. It's not too thick. I tried to make sure that none of these books were too thick so that I could get through them relatively quickly. But again, excited to see what this book is about. And my 5th and final challenge is in potions, obviously. For this, I have to read the 2nd book in a series. So my final test is going to be in potions, and the challenge is 2nd ingredient. So I have to read the 2nd book in a series, and I'm going to be reading Crystal Blade by Catherine Purdy. I read Burning Glass in February, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. There was a lull in the middle where we were kind of trying to figure out where the storyline was going. Again, just like in the Diabolic, once I realized where the storyline was going and what was happening, it was really good. And I'm excited to see what's in store for Sonia and her magic, and how it's going to develop more, and how she's going to be with Anton, her love interest, and how the kingdom is going to be now that their revolution is done and they have a new emperor. Now, this was a really short video. I have one more video to film, and I also have to go take my dog on a walk. So I was trying to keep it short. I'm super excited for this readathon. I participated in G's readathon in December, and I read 5 books. It was so much fun. The challenges that she creates are so incredible, and the career that I picked for my owls will also be the career that I participate in later on in the year for my newts. I think for my newts, I only have to read 4 books, which is nice, and I might try to maybe read some other ones. In total, there are 12 challenges for this readathon, but I'm just going to stick to my 5. I can't remember the last time that I read more than 5 books in a month. I managed to do it in December, and I read 4 books in January. So I know I can at least do 5, but I think I will probably not go any further. But maybe since I only have 4 books to read for my newts, I might try to accomplish some of the other challenges. If you have not heard of Book Rose or her magical readathons, I will link them in the description box below. She is such a cute person. I love to binge watch her videos, and you definitely should check her out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!